It's just, I've always said I wanted to go up there and explore it and just have a look over the fence at the top to see where you're actually at on the road driving up here to go down to Careyburn car park. So after showing you that what I've just done, after walking through all those cows and even talking to them, even the most scaredy cat person of cows shouldn't be frightened of them now. Could see that they're just no threat at all, unless, like I say, if they've got young calves with them, then give them a wide berth and go right around the back of them out of the way, and just don't be stupid. But until that moment, they're just big, huge, docile, friendly creatures, and they're shit scared of you. All you have to do is walk towards them and say, hey, yeah, I just make a noise, they'll be turn around, poof, gone. Well, this battery's still going after I turn it back on, so God knows what the hell's going on with the camera turning off. Not unless these batteries have got an inbuilt system where if they start to get a bit warm or over warm, it's automatic switch off. So maybe that's what went on. I mean, the first battery I accepted that it's gone because I've been walking out for over 2 hours possibly, and that's how long you get off the battery, 2 hours. I've always wanted to come up here out of curiosity to see where it brings you out to, if you can get out at the top. But it's a farmer's track, so the quad bike should be able to come up here and down. But I'm going that way. You can see the path goes past the marker post and it's going into the Ghostbusters. You just follow it up and round. I'm just looking over there to the left. You can see the windy road, the track that goes up to go up and over the top to Broadstruther. And then you've got a clump of trees just up at the top of the side of the hill. They're in a circular inside a wall. It takes you up and round past that. And then if you keep going around to the left, it takes you to Codelaw. And then you go up the Trig Point. Right. Right, let's look back down the cows. There's a couple of little stragglers coming along from the field that I passed earlier on. So they're all coming into this bottom pasture because they know they can get close to the water dead easy here. And I think that's why they come along here. They're mostly all brown. Then you've got that really light brown, like it's more like a beige colour. But yeah, that's where you come up past the pond and you go up there, and you go right across the top, round the back of those trees, drops down, and then you go to the first wooden gate, double wooden gate, and then you go around the second gate and you're at Middleton Hall, Old Middleton Hall. So it's all across the top there where you go. I can see a couple of walkers on the other side. They're just coming down the hill. Right. Right, let's get to the top of this track and see where it brings you out to. It's my suspicion that it brings you out onto the road where you first turn left at the bottom after you pass Middleton Hall, and you turn left to come up the bank where it says warning, anything over 16 seats buses not suitable to come this road. So I think it might be going to be taking us out onto that road coming up the bank. I don't know, that's why I've come up here to see. When you've got surrounded by trees, you can't see exactly where it is. I can't hear any traffic coming up here, so, or farmers truck, quad bikes going past, or anything for that matter. Right, so looks like there's a wooden gate or fencing at the top. Look, there's a little notice on this left-hand double gate. Probably private, please close gate or something like that. Bloody legs are aching. Oh. I'll probably end up in somewhere I just don't even know where it is. No footpath. Right, so it looks like it's just coming out into an open field. But at least when I look across, I'll see exactly where I am, hopefully. Nah, I'm none the wiser, so but I mean, if you look all the way there, you can see the pylons, and that's where the main road goes along. If you just follow the pylons, that's where the road is going right along towards Wooler over there. Right, well, that's answered that question. Still no further forward where it brings you out. It's not on a road though. They're driving up to go to up and over the top past Skirl Naked Cottage. That's going to be further on, and then further around to the right, so it's going to be over there somewhere. Maybe the road's just going up there. Right, back down past all the cows again. Yeah, I think you'd have to go over that way, and then the road comes up from Middleton Hall over there, and it just continues on. Then it goes up the bank towards Skirl Naked Cottage. But at least I've done it this time. I've had this earmarked to do for a long, long time. So now I think I'll drive back to South Shields and pop into my sister's at White Light. Go and get a nice cup of Nescafe cappuccino. Take the dog for a walk for her, and then head over home. Straight ahead is where you go through the gate to start the Caribbean waterfall walk. That's going round that valley straight ahead. That's where that is. Right, so back down to this marker post, turn right, then just follow the sheep trails through the gorse bushes. So just keep up to the top of this track here and just go past the cows and go up through the gorse bushes. But you can see that both fords if you look down there now in the distance. But yeah, the pond that you come up and pass is just either side of those trees on that bit of a humpback hillock. Right. Right, so you can see where the pathway is going into the gorse bushes just down there, look. 75 yards on. So go down, join that and start going up the bank. It's just a bit of a little hill going up the first part, but it's just like a sheep's trail going in between the bushes. Well, once again, further proof that you don't have to be frightened of walking through cows, because I'm doing it twice just to prove a point. But they've all gone down by the ford, look, because it's easy to go in and get a drink. Just walk gently down into the water and bend down and get a drink without having to clamber down an embankment. You can see where the cattle's gone up there and all around the back of these bushes. Hello girls, yes it's me again. Yes it's me again, what you said hello to before. Are you going to come and say hello? Come on in. Are we? Come on. Are you going to come over? Oh, nah, I didn't think so. Too terrified. A little bit awkward going up these sheep trails as well through the gorse bushes, because the pathways are uneven and sometimes they're loose under like little stones. So, and then there's nothing to grab a hold of except for gorse bushes if you fall over. So just got to take your time and push past the gorse bushes to get round and down on the next bit of the path, and so on and so on. There's a pathway that goes off around there to the right. If this one's too clotty and full of mud and water, because it's on a bank and sometimes it's hard to get up there, you start skidding back down. So people have gone up around that way. That secondary pathway that's going up and around. But this one's well trotted in. You hear the water down there to the left now, going over all the boulders. Right, one last look at all the cows before we go. So there you have it, people. Nothing to be scared of, nothing. No need to be afraid, not at all. Because I proved it once again. I actually stood still and I was surrounded by them as well, so what proof do you need that they're not necessarily going to run after you and trample you, which you get these people making these stories up just to get people to look at their feed or read the story. You know, it's just, oh, I know somebody who was trampling it. Oh, yeah. Oh, a friend of mine, such and such, that told us that their friend had, oh, fuck off, man. Shite. Friend of a friend. Never existed or happened. Right. So I think that's that one over there, brings you around here to meet this one. Then you just continue underneath this archway of gorse bushes. Then up the hill again. Right. So once again, you've got a couple of choices to make. But I just normally stick to the main path going up. Right, let go of me boot, man. Get. Ah, man! That's it. Bloody thorn bushes getting a hold of me boot. Right. So if you went up that way, it brings you onto that path there, and they all just meet up eventually, so it doesn't matter which pathway you take. Just take the one that's easiest for you to clamber up. Right. So we're on the way back now, because we'll be going all across the flat fields back towards where you climb over the turnstile to get over the fence onto the car parking area where I've parked the car. There's been loads of animals walking up and down here. It's all churned up. So you can see the multitude of different pathways coming up and round. So it's all soft gully here where the cows have walked through all along the pathways. Right, I'll get up the bank here where it's more dry, and that way you've got a duct down underneath. So I'll go up this top one. Whoa, whoa, you bastard. Get up, man. That's it. So these pathways, as you can see, can get a bit naughty when it's been raining days on end. They're completely boggy, full of water and mud. Quite deep in some places as well, where the cows have come along, sunk in. So it's full of water where the hooves have gone down into the soft mud. Soft cow shit. Ugh. Oh. Right, step over that one. Cow pats all over the shop. I didn't think the cows would come up here along here. I once came down here one time with Jimmy and we're seeing somebody had a tent set up along there, set their camp up. Just along here somewhere, I think in there. I had canopies tied up. So I would say that this is the worst area for the pathways to get back along to the car park, because when it's been raining, you can imagine all these pathways are just really thick, clotty, muddy, and they're on a slope and they're slippy and awkward and hard to get round past. So you don't get your boots covered in bloody thick mud and water. Right, so this is where it's on a slope as well, so you've got to be careful you don't slip down to the left there. But when the river's flooding, the water comes along here and starts going along down there, because it's created that island on the left hand side there. But once you get out of these trees, it's just walking along flat fields after that, so it's easy. And as soon as you get down on this bottom path, you're home free.